Welcome back, guys. Just wanted to give you a quick update on the GTO. So as you can see, the body is back from sandblasting, and it's definitely, I think she's had a pretty rough life, guys. Not gonna lie here. That obviously is just water, I think, getting in there over the years. That's an accident of some sort. You can see those same kind of, you know, dent pull out slide hammer little marks there. That's just cancer, I believe, in there. And you can see on the back side, those are just the trim holes there. The back side has those same little kind of pinholes in it, you know. Right, I don't know if we just cut a big long piece and kind of cut and splice in there is what I'm guessing. I'm gonna have to get with my body guy who's helping me out with this and kind of just get his recommendations, because I'm not really not too up on the body work on these things. I've never done body work before on a car, so I mean, I know the basics to a degree, enough to be dangerous, but not the best way to tackle certain things like this, you know. I guess it's just going to be a lot of cutting and patching little panels and stuff, and just trying to make sure we get to some good steel. You can see something there. I don't even know what that was. That's odd. So you can see the seam lines here. That kind of spot there. I believe that's from the factory where they mate these up with lead or some other metal or something. That's what I was told anyway. Come around, I'm gonna come around the front side. Actually, let me show you inside here on the passenger side. This is where we've got that, that's a problem. I just don't know if I should, you know, try and repair this. There's a little cross member that's actually under the car, if you can see, with the holes in it there. This piece here, it may be beneficial to try and cut that out and replace it, or just, you know, patch it. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to see what we're getting into on that. The rest of the interior does not look too bad. They just had the windows and stuff taped up for the sandblasting. I need to get all that crap off, but as you can see, the rest of it's not bad. So it's kind of a weird deal. For me personally, the spots I was expecting rust to be, like in these little drip rails and stuff here, you know, appears to be fine. And some of the spots where I wasn't expecting rust to be, like in the top of the door over there, is, you know, you've got the pinholes and stuff, and nothing on this side. It's like it's completely fine. I don't see any damage on this side outside of this down here. Something was done there. As you can see, you know, this line isn't like a little patch or something was put in there. I have no idea what that's all about. Same there, like something was like welded in here. And that bottom of the door there, you're getting that pinhole stuff again. And it's like a bubble, I can feel it. It's kind of weird. So I don't know if water was just sitting in there and kind of bubbled it out when it rusted. Which you've got the same kind of cancer over here. And what the good thing about this side is I actually ordered a quarter skin for this side, but with the shipping stuff being so messed up, I don't think it's supposed to get here for another 3 or 4 weeks. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I got plenty to keep me busy till then. And you can see, because we saw the wrinkling on this side here, because I just did some sanding and stuff before to just see kind of where it was at. So I went ahead and ordered one of these, and this is my my floor pan right here. This is my passenger floor pan right here. So I've already got the piece to replace that one I just showed you. And you can see there's just little bits of like cancer everywhere on this car. It's kind of weird. So obviously not ideal, and definitely more than I was expecting. But I think it's solid enough to, you know, keep going. No big deal. I'm not gonna stop. And then some of the pieces over here, driver's side fender. I'm guessing this is new fender stuff here. This one looks okay outside of that, where it looks like they kind of did that same thing, you know, trying to pull out a dent. So the car was definitely hit on that, you know, this kind of front end on the passenger side here I don't know about anything else. It's, if it got crumpled in the rear, you can see on that other side where it was kind of wrinkled. This quarter doesn't look too bad. It's just this stuff here that we're gonna have to kind of contend with. But yeah, this fender looks maybe okay. You can see, I think it's starting to get some of that pin there, but it does feel pretty strong. I don't think that's a structural issue. Like that, I don't know about that. So probably gonna need a driver's side fender, and then this radiator core support, I don't know what happened. It's like something punched it from the bottom. That is just the weirdest hole for that location on radiator core support. And this, I'm assuming, is bent. This little tab here, I don't know what that's supposed to look like. I've been trying to Google pictures online and stuff for 65 GTO, but it was I believe it was the only year that had those slanted headlights. As you can see, like from the profile here, you can see how it kind of slants back like that, as opposed to being straight up and down. So I believe it's the only year that had that slanted back, which is why I like the car, is why I bought it. But it makes for some unique pieces like this core support. I can't find them, and they don't interchange with other ones to the best of my knowledge. So I got to figure out if I just need to kind of bend this straight, or if it's supposed to, I don't know if it's supposed to be bent like straight up like this, or kind of flat like that. So that's what I got to figure out, and then I'll do whatever I need to do with that. I may throw some weld on here just to tighten it up. I mean, I could even just cut it off, honestly. I don't know that I'm gonna be using these little holes for anything that I need. And that's kind of where I was going with this one too here. You can see it looks like someone cut or ripped off the piece here. I don't know if it's supposed to mirror that one, but it almost looks like, from this little run up here, that it was kind of at a 90, perpendicular. And maybe it was that same kind of piece, I just don't know. So, maybe this was flat and then it kind of went up on the sides like this here. But at this stage of the game, it's the same deal with this side. I don't know if I really need that. So I may just end up, welding in a flat piece here just for aesthetics, and then just kind of grinding this smooth. I mean, I could just weld in a flat piece here, just to gain some structure. I don't know that it matters that much, but I'll let you guys know what I decide, because that's going to be like one of my first little projects here, is to get this, grind these off, grind it smooth, and then make a little patch panel, get that welded in, try and bend this stuff a little more straight, maybe even just with some pliers or a little brake I have, a vise, do a little hammering, try and get that straight, get this piece, patched up, get that patched up. That's probably a day's worth of work for me, because just takes me a while to cut and fit those pieces. Just takes a while because it's so tedious. You want to get it right. You trim, cut, trim, place, and it's just somewhat becomes a long process. But the rest of the piece looks good for the core support. I think it's fine. Hood actually looks pretty decent. There's little dings and dents here, like that's a little dent, and there's like I don't know if you can see that line there. It's like somewhat of just a tiny little crease to where, I don't know if someone dropped something on there or what, but other than that, the hood looks good. Excuse me, the trunk has this piece here, which I assume is just kind of a grind out, maybe some Dremel action there, and then a patch panel, a little small square or something, just try and get that bend right. So I don't know if you can see that seam right where my finger is or not. But the backside looks good. I did get the rear end. I recorded a little blurb on the rear end because I got it raw and stuff, painted it. I'll put that in here too, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on the car, see what's going on. The frame is still in paint. I'm hoping to get that back within the next week or so, maybe a little shorter with any luck. So I'll throw in that clip on the rear end here, so check it out. Got the rear end for the GTO. That came in from Strange Engineering there. So this is basically a Ford 9-inch for a but it's designed for the A-body. You can see the mounting locations are the same. I don't know, you might not be able to really tell in this video, but trust me, that's should all be there. Everything should be in the right spot. You know, the adjustable brackets there for the lower control arms, upper control arms here, spring perches. That should be about it. Let me see if you can see this here maybe. 9-inch forward, 350 gears. I'm guessing that'll get me about to pretty close to 180 top speed, maybe a little more depending on the transmission I use. And that's pretty close to where the car should trap at the end of the quarter once I get, you know, a ways down the road and get everything sorted out. I mean, it's not going to be like that off the rip, you know what I mean? So there's going to be a lot of testing and a lot of working up to that number, and I'm sure I'm going to break stuff on the way and we'll get it figured out. It looks pretty bad now. I'll see if I can put a picture of how it looked when it shipped, because it was raw. I did not have it painted for whatever reason. I don't know what I was thinking, but I should have just had it painted from the factory or from Strange. So that's what I'm doing now. I got it degreased, and I've had the etching solution on there, and then I just have it masked to a degree. That's why it looks like crap. But it looked great when it arrived. It was raw, you know what I mean? So I got it all ready to go. It's got the disc brakes on it. I showed you guys that very good. Just like, I think Wheelwood does the drag light, but it's something similar. Just a basic drag setup, fairly lightweight. And I did get the filler and there's a little drain plug under there. So that should make my life a lot easier in the future. But yeah, and that's pretty much what I got for the car right now. The frame's still getting painted, the body's getting sandblasted. I just got a message from them this morning that they're gonna get it in the bay today and start blasting that body. So we're coming along. I just want to give you guys a quick update, get this thing painted, and then yeah, we'll keep moving on that project as well. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Coming up next, I'm going to be working on that body. I'm not sure how much of that I'll actually show you. I mean, I'll show you some of the patchwork and stuff. Maybe a few little in-depth things on how I'm doing the patches and whatnot, but we'll see kind of how that goes once I get going with it and get a little more comfortable. I'll bring you guys in on that. So stay tuned. As always, thanks for watching. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.